You're watching Fighting Dirty with Hank Balch.
Hey, Sterile Processing Universe, it's Hank Balch here, and you're watching another episode of Fighting Dirty. And on this show, I want to talk about rusty surgical instruments. We have all seen them. The question that we want to answer today is, what do you do when you see them? Now, as a technician myself and a manager and director at one time, I understand the challenge of this question and I understand the scope. There are facilities today in operation with surgeries going on with large percentages of their inventory with some sign of rust, either on the box locks or rusting around pit marks or rusting around hinges or jaws. All areas and manner of rust, and again, every day, every tray, technicians are confronted with the question, what do I do? It's no surprise then that in the field as we do consulting, this question comes up a lot from department leaders, and the question goes like this: how much rust is too much? Well, my typical answer and response, and I think this sets the stage well, is, well, what's the name of your local newspaper? For instance, when I lived in San Antonio, our local paper was the San Antonio Express. Now, I then ask, would you be okay if the San Antonio Express News posted a photo of your instruments on the front page? Would you be proud of the instrument that they posted if they picked one of your questionable rusty instruments and ran it on the front page? The answer always is no. So, the follow-up question is, if you're not proud enough to publicize the quality of your instrumentation, why? Why would you put that in your tray for an unknowing patient, an unknowing public, to have their surgery performed with an instrument that you're not even satisfied enough to publicly show it? This is the question. This is the issue. This is the concern. One of the many concerns in the sterile processing industry today, but we have been forced as technicians and department leaders to compromise on instrument quality for so long. Immediately, the response for some of these facilities that have a lot of rusting issues is, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to take half of my inventory out of use? Stop surgeries, cancel cases? Well, again, I'm not telling you to do anything specifically. What I'm telling you is, if you have a standard over here of rusty instruments that you're not satisfied enough to share publicly, but you're okay as long as the patient is not aware, as long as your local news station is not aware, that, friends, is a double standard. And if you really personalize it, I like to talk about pediatric cases. I feel like those are more heart-wrenching. Of course, no one likes to see a little baby suffer. But if you're doing a pediatric heart procedure with a rusty forceps, with a rusty needle holder, what planet are you living on where you can go to sleep at night and think that's okay? Now, I want to repeat, I am not asking this question primarily of technicians or primarily of department managers. I know we have been thrust in this direction. We have been forced in this corner from decades of ignoring our capital request, of denying additions to inventory, replacing inventory. I know the pressures are real, and many times the pressures are from administrators. But I also know, going back to these news stories, when these stories break, like Detroit Medical, like Porter Adventist in Colorado, when these stories break of dirty, rusty surgical instruments, those changes happen overnight. The money is found. Something happens, something's changed, and that inventory is replaced. All I'm asking, friends, is that we make those changes before it's too late. We need to encourage our technicians, give a backbone to our department managers and leaders, and encourage them to stop the line. Do not compromise with quality. Do not put anything in your tray that you would not be proud to publicly advertise on the billboard outside of your hospital. Draw the line. Get the rust out. This is Hank Balch. You've been watching Fighting Dirty, and I'll talk to you next time.
Is your central service or sterile processing department prepared for a regulatory survey? If you can't answer with a resounding yes, you should contact Beyond Clean. Our experts will perform a survey in your facility to help you determine your survey readiness. We can evaluate acute care, ambulatory, and dental facilities. Our team will guide you through the survey process to ensure that you are beyond ready for your next survey. And we can stay with you after the consultation, offering virtual consulting and mentorship programs to maintain the progress you have made and to continue making process improvements. Contact us today to schedule a free 30-minute initial consultation.